I believe this part of the meeting has become the scariest part of our meeting, as everyone is being on victimized mode. Who doesn't want to go on the stage here? Briefly, I will discuss and induct the table topic. What is the table topic? A table topic is basically your option to the impromptu speaking practice. Here are some few tips I would like to mention for a better approach of delivering an impromptu speech. The first step, that stay calm and confident on the stage. The tip 2, listen carefully to the question and try to use a simple structure to gather your thoughts for a better delivery of your speech. The third tip, I would like to say, just take enough timing, a sufficient timing to arrange your thoughts and link the questions to what you are going to deliver. Last but not least is to try to boost your speech with personal examples and personal stories. I wish all the best, and we would like to call the first victimized one from members. Members, I would like to scope. I'm very sorry. Your turn will be coming. Okay. Amir, Toastmaster Amir. The question, can you please roll the spinning tool? Okay, okay. All right. This is
You want a card?
You wish.
Toastmaster Amir, the question says, share a piece of advice that you have received that changed your perspective. Share a piece of advice you have received that changed your perspective.
Is there a money? Well, I have doubts when I take decisions, and I search for the perfect solutions. And when somebody advised me and said to me, I mean, go to the right, I doubt him. Then I heard somebody tell me, go to the left. So always I doubt. But I discover in life that there is the best thing that you must know, that failure is part of your life. So you are not guilty if you take a wrong mistake, a wrong decision. You are learning. You are always learning. And you don't need to feel that you are guilty, that you make a mistake. And this is, I think, a very powerful and very important message that you must learn. You will get the two side answers, go to the right or go to the left. And each side that you take, you have sufficient evidence that you must take. But if you succeed or you fail, you are learning, and that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amin. Who is volunteering? There are 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, Toastmaster Fahad. Please stay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. That's Master Fahad. The question says, what motivates you to keep growing and learning? What motivates you to keep growing and learning?
Perfect, thank you. Assalamu alaikum and good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So this was back in my college days when I was just having dinner, and suddenly on my YouTube there's an ad that pops up. There's this guy in America who's saying you should do business. You should drop out of college and do business. I was skeptical, but I was like, okay, let's just do it. I bought the course, and he was teaching about how we as humans now in this 21st century, we don't hunt anymore, right? Because back then the hunters, the ones that used to go out there and hunt, were the ones who were the most fit, because that kept them on the foot all the time. So he said his justification was, because we don't do that anymore, get into business. That is something that will always keep you going, always keep you growing, and always keep you learning, because you truly have to be 3-4 steps ahead. I took that advice. I'm still processing the making, but this is something that was profound that he said. And now I realize how much it really matters, because for me now, I see that only when I am growing and learning is when I am my best self. And I think it would be unfair for me and for anyone around me to experience me as not my whole 100% self, right? So the only way that I can be fair with every one of you right now and myself is by growing and learning all the time. And that is what truly motivates me to grow and learn all the time. Back to you.
Abdullah, Toastmasters Abdullah. Okay, back to you. Toastmaster Azam, who was your role model and what to admire about them?
Same question as last week. Well, hopefully I can deliver this in a better way than 2 weeks ago. but basically, it's the same thing. That one protege friend who just kept sticking with me ever since I was in college. He came with me to work. We've all been through the same field, same job, same experiences. Yet I'm still in the same similar position. Yet he's almost becoming the CEO of the company. That's just the chairman, you can say. And just looking at him, his charisma, his way of dealing with people, the way he presents himself, just that admiration alone is the thing that makes me look at myself again and again and just keep asking me, why am I not like him? What's the oversight that I'm missing with all of this? What's the core component that makes me lesser than him? And of course, there is not a single answer. There is so much that I can improve. That's why just by looking at his visage and just saying the way that he is, I said the first thing that I need to improve in myself: communication, speech, and that's why I'm here.
We are really sorry about the repeated question. We don't know that is the coincidence that comes to you. Exactly. All right, your turn now. Our king of table topic speech parts. Skills. The question says, what skills are most relevant to your current goals or career now? It's an easy one.
Yes, it's an easy question. But you know, I always, when I try to deliver a speech, I try to shift the focus of the speech, not on me. I try to make it on a situation. And actually, the question is really hard because I have to make it about myself. But let me see. I know myself, and I usually see myself as a business person. I know myself, and I know that I love business. I love to be in the business field, trying to make deals, trying to contact with many people. Anyone in my network who knows me very well, he will say that you are someone who can convince people and can make partnership with them. Last year ago, and the year before, when I was in the college, I found myself struggling to have a specific skill, which is how to simplify things. And usually I think in myself, I see it's one of the most difficult skills that anyone can acquire. Why? You know, have you read a book before or tried to watch something or a movie or anything that you have an experience with? When you try to simplify it and explain it to another person, you will know 100% in your mind that there are something that you have overthought. You have not captured all the details. And particularly when I was working in Al Black Capital in Riyadh, I was in the investment field. I asked my manager, I said, what is the most important skill that I need to acquire? He said, being able to read information and being able to simplify this information to other people is the most effective skill that you can have. Why? Because it delivers the information and deliver the idea faster. And when it delivers the idea faster, what will happen? You can convince people and you can let them believe 100% in your idea because you have let them picture the idea and you have let them to have this idea. Thank you very much, and back to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you. Let's give a huge applause for the great delivery of the speech. All right. Should we last one?
Should we? Name, please. Your name. His name.
Your name?
Ammar.
Yes, Ammar. The question says, if you could relive in any day of your life, which one would it be? The question says again, if you could relive any day of your life, which one would it be? The city.
Good evening, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. To think about a day where I would like to relive it, I would say this was sort of my first experience where I did a study abroad, where I was outside of my house, not in a very comfortable situation, and I didn't have any friends, I didn't have any family over there. I was in a completely new place, and I still remember that there was a day where I was like, all right, I have to get out. I have to go make friends, meet new people. You go to your classes, you meet people there, but that's pretty generic. But what I wanted to do was just be out there, speak with people who have different interests, who are part of different clubs, part of different organizations. So what I decided to do was sort of take up an initiative where I would go in and introduce myself to one of it was a club over there that was into they were into automotive. I have interest in cars and things like that. So I was like, all right, let's go, check it out and see what it's about. I went there, spoke to a lot of people, understood, what the club's about, what the organization's about. And over there, I met a couple people that I would say are lifelong friends, I would say. And just being out there, speaking to people was that experience where it helped me sort of get out of my comfort zone and, learn a lot by meeting new people and, learning from them. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ahmad. Who is volunteering? Anyone for a guest? That's Mr. Abel.
Please, who raised the hand?
Guest Ahmad, Amin.
That's Mr. Amin.
Right? It's your good name? Amin. Yes, I mean, from your perspective, the question says, what are the best ways to learn and grow? Question again, what are the best ways to learn and grow?
Good evening, everyone. There was a saying, but I don't remember exactly what it is, but it says like, if you try to learn something, try to experience it in the best way possible, like try to live it. Like for example, instead of watching like a movie or a film or whatever this is, try to experience the film in your life as much as possible. Like for example, maybe having enduring a bad experience, enduring something dangerous, or I'm not encouraging it really, but if you want to really learn and grow from your mistake, try to live them, experience them, and learn from mistakes. Get as many mistakes as possible to learn from them. Like I'm not saying try to be a failure, but that's really one of the best ways to learn and grow. But if you don't want to do that, then try to learn them before experiencing them as much as possible, like self-learning. And that's really one of the best things to learn, like self-learning and oversighting projects, managements, whether in your work, in your studies, and then try to reflect them on your life, on your family, on your business, and then you'll see that you learn from them a lot, and you be a better person, and you can oversight more things in the future. Back to you.
Thank you so much. Last one.
That's two.
That's Mr. Fahd.
Mr. Fahd then.
It's your baby. It's your baby. Toastmaster Fahd, the question says, how can you develop a mindset of continuous learning? How can you develop a mindset of continuous learning? The stage is yours.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I believe history is the best teacher. We learn from history what we don't learn from any other, let's say, books. We can read science, we can read math, we can read physics, we can read grammar, Mr. Grammarian. But history would always give us the whole experience of the past people. And what they say, who doesn't have history doesn't have future. Or this is what they would say. This is what I would say. Distinguished distinguished Toastmaster and dear guests, Assalamu alaikum again. How to set a mindset for continuous developing and growing. For me, it's all about what we believe. It's all about what we think of ourselves. If you think of yourself something, you would walk toward that. Such an example, all that self-encouragement, self-developers, they would tell you, look into the mirror in the morning and say, I'm successful, I'm handsome, I will be rich. I cannot say I'm rich. I will be rich and I will be where I want to be. It's all about what we tell ourselves. And before that, when we look to the mirror, what we do see. Do we see a lion or do we see a cat? It's all about your self-image into your mind. So to create a mindset first, I would say we need to understand what is our mind, what is the reflection of our image to ourselves. Then we can develop a new mindset. Otherwise, we wouldn't have mind or mindset. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fahad. Who is the last one?
No, we have
Last two?
Mr. Salman. Three? You can have three, no? Because I will give my spot.
I'm actually to develop a mindset watching Samih Makki post on LinkedIn. MashaAllah.
Name, please.
Salman. Guest Salman. The question says, what are your core strengths and how can you build on them? Core strength. Something is at the point. Your power. The stage is it. The question is clear.
Yes. Good evening, Toastmasters.
Good evening.
The question is, what are my core strengths and how I do build up on them? Actually, my core strength, maybe first of all, one of them is being here as a Toastmaster club. And you know, because I used to join Toastmaster maybe 10 years ago. Then I got busy about Toastmaster. Then I got a lot of things going on, like I got married, I got divorced, had a boy, maybe I changed my job. And when I came back, and I heard about Toastmaster, and I came back to Toastmaster, like I knew why I should come back to Toastmaster, because regarding to what Mr. Qasim said, like I felt his speech, and it touched me. So sharing the emotion and experiences is one of my core strengths that I want to build on. And excuse my nervousness, and this is the first time, so maybe next time I'll do it. Thank you for this one.
Thank you. Last one. Okay. Of the stage. Layan. Yes, Layan. The question says, what habits or routines can you establish to improve productivity and focus? Question again, what habits or routines can you establish to improve your productivity and focus?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
In my opinion, everyone has his own way to improve himself and productivity and focusing in his life, his work, his even his personal life. in every aspect in his life. So I always, from younger time or years ago, I was using a very new way to find myself more focused, and I found myself more productive in my work, in my college year, in my project, and everything I do, which is the planning. I always have a book with me and a pen to write everything I need to do every day, even if it was a small things like going to a shopping mall to buy something. I prefer to write it to make myself clear, to understand that the small things and big things I need to do it on a Saturday or in Monday. Even the session today, I wrote it in my calendar, and then it's helped me to understand that I need to go to work, I need to do my study, do everything in the morning, and then I have a specific time to come here and attend. If I didn't write it, honestly, I wouldn't to be here today, because I really rely on writing everything and planning every small thing every time. So I think planning is a very productive way to make you focus and more have insight to what you will do in your day. And thank you.